Hey guys, so we are looking at parallel lines and special angle pairs. We're practicing using our new vocabulary that we learned about yesterday, like corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles. For this warm-up, the first picture is a really good example of how sometimes with our parallel line problems, it's really hard to see what's happening unless we extend our parallel lines and we focus on one transversal at a time. So if I focus on, I'll make this one green, this transversal, now I can focus on the two angles where 12y and 6y are. Those two angles are same side, interior. They're on the same side of the green line, and they're inside the two parallel lines, my orange lines. And looking at them, they don't look like they're equal. Anytime you've got the same side, interior or exterior, we're going to have the case that they are supplementary or add to 180 degrees. So you've got 12y plus 6y equals 180. That gives us 18y equals 180. If we divide by 18, y is going to equal 10. And then if we look at our other problem here, we've got a different transversal. So this one's going to be a purple transversal compared to the green transversal. And if we look at how it's cut, it looks like the upper angle here is 90 degrees. And if we are on, for the purple one, the same side interior, similar to the previous piece that we already did, these should also be supplementary as well. They should add to 180 degrees. So I'm going to put 90 plus 15x equals 180. Subtract 90, subtract 90. So 15x is 90. Divide by 15. And we'll find that x is 6. Looking at number 2 is a little bit more straightforward. Number 2, we've got an angle that has 37 degrees. We've got 6x minus 11. You'll notice that they are corresponding. I like to think of it as they are in the same spot of the intersection. If we look at the two intersections, like here is one intersection of like two roads crossing, here's the other intersection of two roads crossing. They're both in the upper right spot, so I like to think of those as they correspond. They're the matching spot, and those angles should be equal. You can really easily see anytime that you've got your parallel lines cut by a transversal, if it's more slanted, you can easily see what angles should or shouldn't be equal, what angles should add to 180. A transversal that's more like this, like we saw over in example 1 over here, that's going to be a little harder to see. So sometimes for me, I'll just redraw it with a more slanted line to see the angles a little bit better. So 6x minus 11 is equal to 37. We know that the angles are equal because they're corresponding. I'm going to move to solve, so add 11 to both sides. So 6x is 48. It looks like x is then going to be equal to 8. Okay, and then moving on to some of our practice. This one is a really good example. It's a really good example of how, with some problems, it's difficult to know where to start. Generally, for these kind of problems, I like to kind of start in the immediate area where I have a clue. So I'm going to switch colors, so there's two separate colors. So my red clue is that angle 1 is 115 degrees, and my purple clue is 110. So I'm going to start at the intersection here where I've got my red clue. I know that the angle across is vertical, so that will be equal. So looking at my list, it looks like I don't care about angle 6. that will be 115 degrees. And then if I do on my calculator real quick, 180 minus 115, it looks like these angles here will be 65 degrees. You'll notice that like angle 1 and 2 make a straight line, so they're going to be supplementary to each other. So I'm looking at my list, angle 2 and angle 5. Looks like angle 5 is on my list, so I need 65 degrees there. And that's the only information I have there so far. Looking at my picture, I'm going to erase a little bit of stuff here. If I focus in on my parallel lines, as well as this transversal, I can then use my corresponding angle to say that angle 2 and angle 10 are corresponding. So angle 10 is also 65 degrees, which makes angle 13 65 degrees as well. Notice angle 13 and 10 are across from each other. They're vertical, they're equal. This also means that angle 9 is going to be equal. I'm going to use some tick marks just so I can see stuff better. Angle 9 is going to be equal to 115 degrees because that's equal to angle 1. You'll notice that those are corresponding. They're the upper left spot in our intersection. So I'll add that that's 115 degrees. Notice angle 9 is across from angle 14. So that also should be 115 degrees as well. And that's really all the clues I can use the red information for. From there, I need a switch, and I need to then focus on a new transversal. I'm going to focus in on, I'll make this one pink, and I'm going to see all the things that I can unfold from my purple clue. So I'll mark that that has 2 tick marks. Looking for like angle 4. I'm seeing that angle 4 is corresponding. It's the upper left spot in the intersection. It's the same placement, so that will also be 110 degrees. Let's see, what else do I need? I need angle 8. Angle 8 is going to be 70 degrees. The reason why is because if we notice that angle 4 and angle 8 make a straight line, they make 180 degrees. My other things that I need are angle number 3. Angle number 3, you can't really write it. There's not very much room. It will also be 70 degrees, excuse me. Notice angle 3 and angle 8 are across from each other, which means that they're vertical angles. Angles are equal. The final angle is angle number 11. Angle number 11 will also be 70 degrees. And that's because 11 and 12 make 180 degrees. They make a straight line together. You'll notice as you're looking at your answers that your answers have the 4 different values. That's because for these sorts of problems, all of the angles, like if I have a transversal cutting through parallel lines, let's say this is the easy number, it's like 180, right? Every single angle here is either going to be 100 degrees if it's the bigger one, or 80 degrees if it's the smaller one. So you'll notice for transversals cutting parallel lines that you'll always have like 2 answer options. In this case we have 4 because we have 2 pairs that we were looking at. We were looking at the parallel lines, the yellow ones being cut either by the orange or cut by the pink. So we had to focus on them as 2 separate problems. This is a good example here of where we have a simpler picture. There's a little bit less going on. And we've got some algebra going on. You'll notice that we've got our symbols indicating that these are parallel lines. Remember, your symbols are those little arrows. I've drawn them in like this in the past. It's the arrow kind of going along with the line. So these are some good examples of how we're going to have some algebra skills come up in our parallel line topic. They have told us that angle 1 is equal to 3x minus 17, so I'm going to label that on my picture. Angle 2 is equal to x plus 1. And I'm kind of looking at this picture. I'm getting a sense. It looks like they're outside of the parallel line, so they're exterior. And they're the opposite side of that transversal, that pink line. So I would say it's alternate exterior. An alternate exterior is going to be equal to each other. If it's easier to see in an example like here, here's my parallel lines, here's my transversal, right? If I have something like this, right, it's clearly the same size. It's a little easier to see sometimes if you redraw it vertical. So those angles are going to be equal to each other. So I can say that 3x minus 17 equals x plus 1. I'm going to solve, so I'm going to get all my x's on one side. So 2x minus 17 equals 1. I'll add 17. 2x is 18, and x is equal to 9. Okay, so that's a really good example of how algebra is going to start coming up in these sorts of problems. It looks like we've got the same diagram below, and now we're focusing in on angle 3 and angle 4. You'll notice angle 3 and angle 4, these are same side interior. And remember what we said about same side earlier. One of them is clearly bigger than the other, right? Visually we're seeing that, so same side interior adds to 180 degrees. So when we're thinking about that, we have to set it up where we add angle 3 and add angle 4. So 20k plus 11 plus 8k plus 1 equals 180. And then I'm going to put my like terms together, so it looks like I've got 28k. And I got 11, 12 plus 12 equals 180. And then if I subtract 12, 28k is equal to 168. My calculator, I'm doing 168 divided by 28. And it's coming out that k is equal to 6. Okay. If you were to accidentally have set it up where you set them equal, like if that's probably the most common mistake, is like knowing when to set them equal, when to add and set equal to 180. If you had accidentally done this, let's just see how that would have worked out to see if it would have been really easy to notice the mistake. Yeah, so this is looking like if I had accidentally done this, right? So this is like what not to do. This is the wrong setup. That's probably a very common mistake that you guys will be making as you're first learning how to set them up, is which ones to do equals each other and which ones to add and equal to 180. But if we had set it up like this, we would have probably pretty quickly noticed that something was wrong. Because in solving, we would have gotten 12k equals negative 10. And it looks like k equals negative 10 over 12, which kind of seems like really weird. And if k is a negative number, and if I were to plug in that negative number into my answer, it probably would have gotten really weird degree amounts. So that's one way to realize if you set it up wrong. Like if it starts not making sense in the context of the problem, that's a pretty good indicator. So we'll put that our k is 6. And then let's see, this one's a good one too. Find x and y. This one is another great example of an algebra. So I'm going to highlight my parallel lines. I'm going to highlight my transversal just so I can really easily see what's where. Now this one has got x's and y's. So I'm looking and I'm trying to see if either of them have just x's or just y's, and it looks like they all have x's and y's. So I know one thing I could say is that right here, these two angles are supplementary. They add to 180. Oopsies. Sorry about that, guys. So because these are adding to 180, we could say that 5x minus y plus 11x plus 3y equals 180. That's one equation. That's true. The other thing that's true is I'm noticing that this angle here and this angle here, those are alternate interior, or excuse me, exterior. They're outside of the line. And the alternate exterior